Alright, so for this dupe, basically, what we have here, what this place is, this is like your, I don't know, your sky house, whatever you want to call it. It's an area that you go to, it's character specific. Basically, once you unlock it, which is by doing a quest, you unlock the farm. And by doing this, you can just, you know, open up your landscape tab, and you click on one of these empty things, and you click on what you want. You know, this crafting thing costs like 1 gold. Well, the let's see what it is. Yeah, the garden tier, which is the one that I believe you get automatically. You don't need to buy any items to unlock this. You just, the second you unlock your farm, you get this tier, this garden tier. Anyways, here it is. You want to put it here. Okay, so like these slots represent an area on your place. So like right where I'm at is basically where the garden tier is, and then here you want to put a vending machine. The vending machine is basically like that's something you have to buy off the auction house, or you can craft it, which will be explained later in some text document. So that's how you want to have it set up. Is all the rest of this you don't even have to worry about. Just make sure you put down your garden, and then you want to buy a vending machine fab kit, which is on the auction house, which I'll show you later how to do that. Anyways, so now that we're here, this is the vending machine. As you can see, you can sell, you can buy, whatever. We'll be using this to sell our duped items. So here's our farm. I already have a plant here. I fucked up on one, so just bear with me. Just assume that all of them are empty. So when you plant, put a seed down, this is what happens. It turns into this little guy. And after like, how much time? It says 120 minutes. Once you put one down, this thing is going to turn into like a full-grown plant. At which point, you just press like, you know, your attack button, and then boom, you know, it destroys the plant. It throws shit on the ground, and you press V to like loot everything. So this exploit, basically, what we want to do is have your seeds in the second slot of your inventory. Always leave one in your first slot, and basically we're going to reuse this one over and over. Well, it turns out once you can actually send the packet to put, using this one seed, you can send the packet to put it on this slot, on that slot, that slot, that slot, and that slot. So once you use this one seed, you send the packet to, you know, put it on all of these, and of course this one, but it's, you know, like I said, it's already being used, so I can't really do that. But with these 6 slots, you basically just use this seed and you plant it on all of them. Well, once you do that, when you unlag, you know, because we use lag to put everything down to send all the packets in one go, you may have to do the same. I believe just sending the packets without lag doesn't necessarily work, and I'm not entirely sure why. We kind of argued about that for a while, trying to understand why lag is so important. We think maybe just sending it all in one chunk, all the packets in, you know, one go, you know, has a huge factor on whether this works or not. But using our method with the lag tool, it does work. So I'll go ahead and get the packets. So okay, here we go. Q is what I use to just easily put these down. Q will use the first seed in my inventory. Just keep on it right there. So, okay. So lag, record, boom, 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 and boom, stop. And then as you can see, it planted all of them and it used only that one seed. That's great. So now we got the packets. It should be 46 byte packets. So I'm going to add a send list on all 5 that I used. Add send list. Now keep in mind that you will be doing all 6, not 5. I just don't have all 6 available at the time. Alright, so here are all of our slots, and you can name them whatever you want, like slot 1. You're probably going to be sending in-game functions to do this, not where you're recording with WPE and trying to send this, because you've already proven you can send the function and it auto plays the packet for you, which is always a good thing. Okay, there we go. So now even though all these are used up, if I had the correct packet for this, I could do this for this slot. But I don't have the packet. I only have the packet for the 5 I used. But since they're all put down, you could still send the packets to reuse them. Now what I found out was that sure, you could use one seed to plant everything, but there are special occasions if you put a seed down on a soil that the soil will grow into an instant pop, meaning the plant will just, I wasn't lucky enough to get one now to show you what it looks like, but basically when you just put one seed down in the soil, sometimes, it's rare, you'll get an instant pop where you can just loot it instantly. Well, I found out that if you basically just click the soil and then spam the seed a whole bunch of times, basically send the packet to use one seed on one soil a bunch of times, it will, your chances of getting an instant pop is just guaranteed, which is what I'm about to show you. So now that I have all the packets ready, and I have one seed right here, because the packets use this seed, anything that's in this slot, and it doesn't matter what seed you use, but for this demonstration, I'm going to be using the rare seeds that I can currently find, which get the high selling herbs. So we're going to go ahead and see, I set it to 100 times, so it's going to divide 100 by 5, so each one of these packets are probably going to get sent like 20 times. So that's kind of what you're looking at. You want to send each packet probably, just to be safe, you might want to send each slot like, I don't know, 30, 50 packets for each one. But in this demonstration, it's just showing me I'm going to send about 100 packets, and every slot's going to have 20 cents for it. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and lag, boom, as you can see it's spamming, unlag, and boom, look at that. They all just instant grew. As you can see, I can loot everything, and it says I got 6 bloodbriar and 1 seed. Now keep in mind, the more you do this, like I didn't have all 6, so with the 6th one there, I probably would have gotten 2 seeds. More than likely, you're always going to get a supply of seeds from these, okay? But when we start this dupe, I'm going to make sure to get make sure that the workers will go ahead and get a seed, a couple of seeds to start with, so that your bot can, can start off with the setup. Just in case, make sure there's no fails or anything. You're going to have maybe 5, maybe 10 seeds to start with. As long as the bot's good, then it should auto do everything for us. But I'm going to go ahead and do this again, show you again what it looks like. So lag, send, unlag, I sent 100 packets, It's using this seed, and then as you can see, instant pop on all of them. And you just keep looting. Now, as you can see, I don't have any herbs in my inventory. Well, they're actually in here, which is kind of like your trade skill bag. Basically, all your crafting materials will go in here. And as you can see, the items that we're duping is bloodbriar, so they'll usually be put in here. But this herb is called gold leaf. This is what I originally was duping with, and I have 222. It says right here the max is 250 that you can hold in your trade skill bag. That goes with every herb. So once you hit 250 bloodbriar, it's then going to start popping in here. So you kind of have to have auto detection to make sure, that every time you plant seeds, I'll go ahead and show you. So let's say you're going to dupe, and lag, send, unlag. Okay, it's using this seed for all of them. They're all going to instant pop. As you can see, that worked. Okay, when you do that, you want to go ahead and split a stack. Boom. Okay, so that when you loot these, the herb isn't just going to be put in your first inventory, assuming that you have cap in your trade skill bag, and then once you have cap in your trade skill bag, it'll just be put in your inventory. So now that we did that, let's assume that my trade skill bag is full. When we loot, it will be put actually here. Okay, so like if this is full, you'll see shit pop up here. Now keep in mind, everything that's in here, all the way down, whatever your bag can fill up with, you never ever want anything to touch this slot or this slot, your first and second slots. This is the slots you're using to dupe with. Okay, so you kind of always want the second slot to be full, which is like 100. It says right there, stat count is right now 18 out of 100, and and basically when you have over 100 seeds, it's going to create a new stack somewhere out here, because these are going to be filling up the area. But you can sell the seeds, but as long as you keep this slot untouched and this slot untouched, then you should be fine. You should be able to keep doing this over and over. And so, when you're done duping, let's say you have a whole bunch of them, bloodbriar herbs, you come over here and you have a vending bot, or whatever this thing is, and you can sell your shit. So just 53 of these wasn't hard to get at all. Your inventory is going to fill up pretty quick, so you can go ahead and right click this, boom, you sold it, and then once you clear your inventory, you can start back up the dupe. Now again, you don't need to be here at this farm. This is the cool part. In fact, you don't even have to move. We found out that you could send these packets anywhere in this farm, and it will auto plant whatever's here. There's no distant requirement. You don't have to be in a certain radius to use these seeds on these things. I think it's pretty much, as long as you have these seeds loaded, or these soils loaded, you can use seeds on it. So I'm gonna go ahead, and again, you can't, like I said, this thing has 2 and this is 18, and wow, we would normally just pick it up, put it there. You can't do that. Okay, so you can't split onto another stack. You have to split into a new slot in your inventory, pick it up, and then put it back on there. It's kind of weird, but that's just how it is. Okay, so let's say we don't want to move and we just want to sit here, right? Well, that's very much possible. It's kind of hard to aim my camera, but well, you can see the farm from here. So basically, since we have 1 seed there, we're going to go ahead and lag, send. It sends 100, unlag, and as you can see, they're all popped. You use a long distance spell, which we're still trying to come up with a class that can shoot long distance, but you could just sit here, and never move, and just, you know, sell shit and then just redo the whole thing. Like, I'll try it right now. Let's see. Okay, so lag, send. Okay, unlag. Oh, duh. I didn't even have a seed there. Yeah, you gotta make sure you put a seed there. So, lag, send. Okay, unlag, and that should work. Okay, there we go. And then you just, you know, shoot them all, loot it, split, continue, and repeat. And that's basically it. Pretty easy. And this is averaging out from what I can tell. So each one of these sell for 12 silver, and you get like anywhere from 8 to 14 of them every time. So, you know, it adds up pretty quick. But yeah, that's it.